Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 35
of
the Calypso Cigar Review podcast. As always, at the lovely Calypso Cigar Shop and Lounge in Calypso Cigar. Cigar shopping. I did say cigar.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, this time I said it right, and I stopped and fucked it up. That's awesome. As always, in the Calypso Cigar...
Noodle soup.
soup. Noodle soup. Damn it! As always, at the Calypso Cigar Shop and Lounge in Frisco. Jesus!
Rewind.
As always, in the Calypso Cigar Shop and Lounge in lovely Richardson, Texas.
Yes, sir.
And I am Brandon Luna. And
I'm Randy Rankin.
And today we're smoking a doozy.
I've never had any of the vintages of this cigar.
Nope, but it is from a brand that we are both fans of. A lot of people aren't, but a lot of people are, obviously, because they do very well out there in the industry.
They're like anchovies.
Yep.
You either love them or you hate them.
Yep.
Right?
And we love them. And this is the Alec Bradley Fine Rare 2013.
Yes, sir. Looks great. Beautiful cigar.
It is beautiful, and the band is redonkulous.
And the box is even more redonkulous.
Yep, has all kinds of cool stuff on it. So this is a 6x52 Toro size.
You could read on the toilet the band.
You could read the band. Yeah, it's like a novel there.
Yeah.
It's a limited edition cigar released only once a year, and this particular cigar is called the HJ10-I. It's the same as the one that came out in 2011, which scored a 90 in Cigar Aficionado, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Only 2,000 boxes of 10 are produced, so it is a very limited edition cigar. And the reviews on this so far have been very good, so I'm looking forward to trying this. As far as what it's made out of, it's kind of a mystery. There's a bunch of different stuff in it. We can probably get some of that information from the band here.
But it's dark in here, and we're in our 40s.
And it's a little veiny, but it's a beautiful looking wrapper. Got a great tobacco-y smell to it.
That color is very, very similar to the family blend. That almost looks like, if I didn't know what this is, I would think it's a family blend.
You smell the foot of that, and it's got a real sweet smell to it.
Yeah. How's the draw?
Shows weekly production produced 739. This was made on May 8th through the 14th, so the week of May 8th through the 14th in 2011, released on October 11th, 2012, and then released on 2013. It's got the supervisor's name, it's got the roller's name, and it's got approved by. That is cool. That's a lot of information on a cigar band.
It is. My draw is not wide open, but it's not restricted either. It's just...
I have not cut mine yet. So.
It's a little more open than I thought.
Oh, man, this band is being difficult to take off, and I really wanted to get this one off easy. Because I want to put it in my new Cigar Journal.
It's always better to get it off easy.
It is always better to get it off easy.
I went blue before you did.
Yep. So... I mentioned Cigar Journal. The reason I did that is because we actually got something from one of our people that we contacted. This is a real cool product. It's actually it is an actual paper cigar journal.
Right.
And it's just a really cool...
It's like something they used to have before iPads and things like that.
Yeah, it's a neat little way to keep track of your cigars, and it's just a super cool little product for people who like tactile things, that like actually the feel of writing a book.
Tangible.
Yeah. To me, I don't know. We'll get into that. We'll get into that in the second third. I have a rant about that, but we'll get into that later. But
we both have a rant today.
We do, yeah.
Mine is sports related. There's a tease. Actually, hey, we have NFL listeners. We can't piss them off. Although my rant might piss them off, but you'll have to wait and see what I rant about.
All right.
It's going to be fun.
It'll be interesting.
It'll remind me of my old sports radio days.
Ah, the glory days.
Yes.
Or
making $600 a month to do a radio show.
But was it the glory hole days?
Well, I was in my early 20s, so yeah.
It could have been.
Could have been. Okay, I'm going to light this sumbitch.
All right, go for it, man. Go for it. Light that sumbitch.
With my Alec Bradley tabletop.
Oh, how appropriate. See, my Alec Bradley lighter's in the car. I'm going to use my Zycar instead. My Zycar.
My
Zycar. So this little cigar journal is actually from Warped Cigars. I talked to the gentleman over there, and he sent us a couple samples of it. It's just it's a neat little product. We'll get into that more in the second third here.
Ton of smoke right off the get-go.
Oh, yeah?
And a lot of spice through the retrohale. Boy, that... Was not expecting that spice.
I like it spicy.
Me too.
So I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to go ahead and give it a cut.
No video this time. Now, this is episode 35, so this is the last video in which you can comment, retweet, like, whatever, on any of our forums. And the forums are iTunes, YouTube, Facebook, Spreaker, and Twitter.
Correct.
And we've had many people already registered, but don't let that stop you, because we're giving away 2 of them, not just 1, but 2 of the Perfecto cigar holder. The winner will be announced next week's episode. So we decided, are we going to draw on the air? That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, we're going to draw on the air.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to draw a plane, and then I'm going to draw a little bird.
So what do you think so far?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Did you get that?
I got the spice,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of spice just in the first couple puffs. Oh, it's such a rich flavor, though. Just
nice?
right off the bat, it's really rich.
Wow.
I'm going to cough now.
It
does kind of remind me a little bit of the family blend, though.
Yeah, a little bit. Kind of like a family blend Tempest combination here a little bit.
Yeah, it's nice. I'm gonna hopefully let this band heat up so I can get it off later, because I want to put that in my cigar journal. It's a cool looking band.
Yeah, mine's shredded, so I can't put it in my journal. But that's a cool tool, that journal. I like that. You know, Pedro would love it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's right up Pedro's alley.
Yep.
For those that don't know, Pedro, the summer's over, so Pedro's back to his real job.
Yeah.
He can't help us out anymore, so you won't be hearing from him as much. We do have something kind of in the works that involves him, but we are nowhere near ready to talk about that.
Okay.
You know what it is.
Yeah, I know what it is. Oh yeah. I am well aware.
It would be humongous if we got this to happen.
Like my wiener.
No, I don't like your wiener.
Like it on Facebook.
Follow it on Twitter.
And Captain Funky Pants. What do you think Captain Funky Pants means?
I try not to think about your pants that much, to be honest. Man, this has got a lot of flavor.
This does. This is a flavor bomb. I would classify it totally as a flavor bomb. And for those of you that are not familiar with Alec Bradley cigars, there's a lot of good ones out there. There's a lot of lovers and a lot of haters, but I think even the haters would say that this is a tasty cigar.
Well, they run the gamut in that they've got cheap bundle stuff like the Spirit of Cuba and I don't call the Occidental a cheap bundle, but it is a bundle, but it's a decent Connecticut. But their super premium stuff has always registered well with me anyway.
Yeah, and it's all a palate thing. To me, I'm a big fan of the Tempest. I'm a big fan of the Prensado. I think the Tempest more than the Prensado. I like the Black Market a lot. I
like it. It's just not as good as Tempest or Prensado.
Yeah. To me, I mean, the Black Market is a good everyday smoke. And I switched from the Black Market to the Nica Puro when that came out, because that just was a flavor bomb.
That's a great cigar, too.
Yeah, so
and
I like that
the New York, we kept talking about reviewing the New York.
We need
to do that, because that's a great cigar. And that's kind of a Tempsado.
Yeah, right.
Or Prempus, because it's the wrapper of the Tempest and the binder of the Prensado, and then a mixture of their wrappers. So we need to review that sometime.
Yeah, for sure.
But we're pairing it with the ever so popular Maker's Mark.
Yep.
Our bar is pretty bare at the moment, so we don't have a lot to choose from.
I'm also pairing with a little frou-frou coffee drink from Starbucks.
You're copying from Kirk with the girly coffee drinks?
Yep, girly coffee drink. And because cigars pair nice with coffee. I mean, any cigar really goes well with coffee. I haven't had a single cigar that I was like, oh, coffee, just.
I had a milkshake one time with a cigar, and it worked.
Yeah. Fine. Oh yeah. But I think it gets a little trickier when you start pairing booze and beers and stuff like that. That's when you get a little on the gotta watch what you pick side.
Exactly.
You don't want to have a super stout with a real mild cigar, because you won't even taste the cigar. So
yeah. A lot of scotch is that way. I don't recommend Connecticut cigars with scotch. I just think,
especially with nothing peaty, because you won't even taste the damn cigar.
Right, exactly.
Although the butteriness could add to some.
It could, but that's why I think it goes better with bourbon.
Yeah.
I think Connecticut cigars go really well with bourbon. But so far, man, this is tasty.
Yeah, it's something else. I mean, it's just got a really leathery, spicy, almost kind of dirty on the palate feel to it, but it's not. It
has that Cuban dirtiness.
But it's not in a bad way. It's that, it coats the mouth. It's got a really deep mouth feel to it.
That's where I'm getting the Tempest a little bit, because that's what the Tempest always does to me, is I get that lingering, like it just stays right on your tongue.
I would say that it has a long finish.
You would say that. I
would
said
say
it was lingering.
Long finish. That's the correct term. A long finish. linger. Gotcha! Right at the nose holes.
Oh man, it went right into my nose.
Yeah, and this is putting out some smoke too, man. I mean, this is and it's an aggressive smoke. It kind of follows you right in the nostrils. If you leave it close to you, it's going to attack your face.
Like it just did me. So have you smoked anything recently?
No, you know me. I'm just kind of chilling. I just got over being sick again, so
You relapsed?
yeah, it's allergies. It's that time of the year in Texas when it goes from hey, it's 90, and then the next day it's 60, and your body goes.
When
and
did
you
it go?
just get
Hey, it
shocked.
was 90. It hasn't been hey, it's 90, and
Well, okay, it's been hey, it's 80 something.
no, it's
and
been
then
hey, it's been 110.
Okay.
Now it's like, oh, now we're in 85, which is great.
Yeah. But you know, I leave to work early in the morning when it's
Yeah.
like 52 outside. So
Oh, I
to
love
go
that,
from
man.
yeah, but it's not good for the old sinuses
No.
for me.
Yeah,
so,
no, because I've been sleeping with the window open because
Yeah.
it's a lot cooler at night.
it is very cool. Yeah. So yeah, it's so
God
that's
loves Texas at this point.
yeah. We have a good 3-4 months where you can really smoke and have a great time, and then it's like either cold as fuck or hot as balls. It just
Yeah.
depends on which way you want.
But I
to
don't
go
mind
with
smoking when it's cold as fuck.
it. Yeah,
You can put
jack
those
it
little
up.
heaters out there, put your jacket on, or jack it up, whatever that means.
Yeah, I tend to hit the B&Ms more often when it's winter.
Yeah.
Actually, in the summer too. I just like to go to B&Ms. It's
They're fun.
it's air conditioned. You're inside. You get to watch some TV. I don't smoke at the house inside, so it's
There
a
you
great alternative for me.
Look at this smoke. It's just flying off, and it's going right at me. I mean, this is attacking me, this smoke.
The smoke wants to kick your ass.
I'm going to have to hold my cigar behind me to keep this from happening.
Like
That
I
looked
said,
like a horror movie. It was
is
like
an
it was just
aggressive-
coming right at me.
it's an aggressive smoke.
I had a swarm of smoke coming towards me.
Yeah, that's tasty though, man. It's
I'm liking this.
you getting any kind of woodsy from it?
A little bit of woodsy, a little bit of, man, I'm getting that black pepper
Yeah,
spice, man.
and it's on the. I mean, it stays on the tongue too. It's really spicy on the tongue.
Man,
Yeah.
this is impressive. We might have to
No.
redo our top 25 list next week.
Right? Yeah. Well, we'll be doing a top 50, I'm sure, when
Yeah,
we
I'm
get there.
sure.
That's not too far away if you think
No,
about
we're
it.
only like 15 episodes away
know.
from 50.
Freaking believe that?
We're just cranking them out, man.
I know, man. We got like 12 listeners. It's
course.
great.
No, I have proof that we have more than 12 listeners.
Oh no, I know, dude. I was looking at the numbers again, and it never ceases to amaze me how many people have been listening from overseas since we started this. It's just
The UK's coming on strong. They started off slow, but
Yeah.
now they're picking up. Chile's always been. Oh, Ghana.
yeah, I know,
We're
right?
getting,
Did you see that?
10 to 15 a day from Ghana.
I saw another weird one that made me laugh, and I can't think of what it was. I'll have to look at it again, but I saw it and I was like, ah. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool seeing where all the people, all the
Thank
listeners
you
are from.
all for listening.
And listeners out there that are overseas, please check out Cigars of Habanos and buy a box from them over there. They're sponsoring the show, and we love that they're offering us occasional cigars to smoke for the show to give you guys those Cuban reviews that you want. And in order for us to keep doing that, someone needs to buy a box. So go over to
Buy a box.
go over to Cigars of Habanos and pick up a box for us.
Tell them you heard about it.
Tell
here.
them you heard about it from the Calypso Cigar Review podcast. Much appreciated.
And for our other listeners, this is actually for all listeners. If you like the show, tell a friend. And
Yep.
then if they like the show, they can tell a friend, and so on, and so on, and so on.
And we'd appreciate it if you like us on Facebook and like us on YouTube.
Follow us on
and-
Twitter, like us on YouTube.
Yep. Check out the videos on Podomatic and iTunes. If you have the iTunes, you can just do the subscribe there, and you'll get it every single time it comes out.
And get a 5-star rating.
Yep.
Give
We
us a 5-star
love the
rating.
5-star ratings. Yeah.
Yes, we
We've
do.
only got 6 of them so far. We need more of those. So yeah,
Really?
maybe we'll do a.
Yeah,
we need to do a contest. Oh, I saw this cool thing that I've been seeing get used a lot called Rotocopter. You know what that is? So what they do is they do this little. It's a site, I guess, where you can go and you can put contests on there, and basically it stair steps you through what you need to do to enter for the contest, and it'll be like us on Facebook, and it has it right there. You just click the button, and then your Facebook will pop open. You log in, you like it. Comment on Facebook, you pops open, you comment. Like us on YouTube, it'll pop open your YouTube. You put in your thing and like, and it just goes through the stair steps. You do all these little steps, and then
Right.
you're entered in the contest,
That's
and then
kinda
you
cool.
get stats on who all's entered and what they did, and give them each the amount of entries that they participate in. So if you
Wow.
can have we can do YouTube, Podomatic, Spreaker, all these things on there,
Yeah.
and they can do as much as they want to. If they only want to like us on Facebook,
Yeah.
then they get one
And this will
entry.
be the only contest that we limited to one per.
Yeah.
Why,
So,
that was kind of dumb on our part, actually.
yeah.
Why limit someone's opportunities to comment? I
Yeah.
already commented once. Why do I have to comment
Yeah.
again?
Yeah, but I mean the thing about it though is with this thing is that and it's kind of cool because you can get up to like if you have say we have Podomatic up, we have Spreaker up, we have Slam Internet Radio, not Slam Internet, Can't believe I
So
fucking said
if
that.
you notice, I pause every time I'm starting to give the list because I used to say it in order.
All right, I want to start that over because I'm going to cut those fuckers out.
Good.
All right, so say you go to that rotocopter thing and you put in that you liked us on Facebook, you put in that you tweeted it, that you retweeted it, that you liked us on YouTube. Those all count as entries. So one person can get like 4 to 5 entries a day.
That's pretty cool.
And then you can track and see, that'll give you more entries. So it kind of it gets people to where they want to do it.
We'll have to do that for our next raffle.
Yeah.
That'll be a smart idea.
Yeah.
Very smart. Man, this first third is just tasty.
It is really, really good. So yeah, we haven't really talked about much besides this cigar.
and our dear fans.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, that's usually it's like, hey, movies and blah, but now it's like this cigar is
just
really good.
Took over.
It's a really good cigar.
And I set it down, and the smoke is still coming right at me. Smoke this downwind or upwind. No, downwind.
Man, that's a spicy meatball.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, definitely recommend that so far. Unless that goes like super south, I can't imagine that it would.
No,
It's highly recommended right there.
Curious to see if it changes at all, but right now it's just Firecracker City.
Yep.
So have you seen any movies lately?
I did. You know which movie I saw.
Oh yeah, we saw that one. That'll be our review.
No, I really haven't had a lot of time this week, man. I've just been working, and that's about it. Do you see anything?
Not real. I saw. We're gonna lose all our listeners. I was flipping channels, and this movie looked interesting, and I didn't realize what channel I was on. It was a Lifetime movie, but it looked interesting, and I watched it. It was free. It sucked me in. Reminded me of my married days when I'd walk through the living room, my wife's watching a Lifetime movie, and roll my eyes, and then next thing you know, I'd be sitting down watching the movie with her.
Yep.
But no, I haven't really seen anything lately.
That happens to me a lot.
It's football season, man, and it seems like all my viewing is football this time of year.
Yep. I'm with you. Well, I don't.
No,
I don't watch
you're
it.
not with me.
I know, but I know what you mean.
Yes.
It's man time, and it's man TV time, and it's all football.
Yeah, you can get football all day Saturday and Sunday, and those are my movie days, so it really cuts into it.
Yep.
I haven't even watched Wipeout this week.
Wow. So this Fine and Rare has 10 different tobaccos in it.
Really?
Yep.
10?
It says it makes for a complex but still perfectly balanced smoke. Medium to full-bodied. Big flavor. Yeah, definitely big flavor. Mm-hmm. And apparently these have been aged for 14 months. Yeah. So, yeah.
Which makes sense.
Good on you. Tasty.
Mm-hmm. Wow. This is the most quiet we've been in the opening segment because we're too busy.
We're too busy smoking. Yeah, but no, I mean, I've watched a couple. I watch. It's TV show season, so for me, it's like my wife watches every TV show under the sun, and I watch like 2. So for me, it's Breaking Bad's over, so I don't have that anymore. Walking Dead's about to start, so I'll be watching that. And I'm watching Boardwalk Empire, which has been great this season. I know you're not big in the gangster thing, but I like that show because it's a very well written show and beautifully shot. I mean, just that show breaks your heart every once in a while. And this last episode was a heartbreaker.
Was it? Yeah.
And what else am I watching? I think that's it. My wife watches a bunch more than I do. So
I watched the pilot of that Robin Williams show.
Oh, how was that?
I liked it. I haven't seen the last 2 episodes, but I'll probably go on iTunes and get them. But I'm not a big Robin Williams comedy guy. I like him more as a dramatic actor.
Is this
Good Will Hunting, that kind of stuff?
Yeah,
but
this this teeters the line. It's comedy and drama.
Yeah, a little bit drama. It's what's his name, David Kelly.
Okay,
so yeah. But this one has more humor than most David Kelly.
Okay.
And if you don't know, he was Boston Legal and that school one that also had Boston in the name. What was that called?
Boston School.
Yeah.
Of Legal
the
Things.
Jerry Ryan, whatever.
Jerry Ryan was in it, show?
Yeah.
Boston Public.
Boston Public, that's it.
I am there. See that?
But this Robin Williams thing, it's he's toned down. He's not his thank you Jesus Robin Williams. He's but he's still funny and he's still zany.
It's like a level above the it's like a level below Patch Adams and a level above Awakenings, kind of in that middle.
Somewhere in there. And Sarah Michelle Gellar's on it. Hasn't aged poorly, but hasn't aged. She looks older than she is, but she still looks great. I mean, she's still a very pretty girl. She's 4 or 5 years younger than me, and she looks about my age.
Really?
Yeah.
Women don't age as well as men.
Yeah, and we're prime examples of that, really.
Exactly. We're beautiful.
Yeah,
I think the word is handsome.
Yes.
Yes.
stunningly handsome.
I'm a damn good-looking man. Yeah, no, but
You say that
firmly,
every day, don't you?
I firmly believe that.
Yeah, I agree.
That men age more gracefully than women, which is why women do all the plastic surgery
Well, they fight it so hard. I think if they just quit fighting it and just let it happen, they'd be okay.
You also have to consider.
Because we don't care.
You also have to consider this: they have a lifetime of shit on their face. So they wear makeup, and not a lot of girls. I mean, a lot of girls do have the the mascara and the cake makeup and the blah. And if you have all that, you got that for years. You're not going to look so great once you stop. Once you start aging,
right?
Because you have all that crap that's been crapping up your pores for so many years that it's going to affect you. Look at all the guys with Kiss; they look like saddlebags with eyes because they had makeup on their face for 20 years.
And they weren't the best looking guys to
begin with. Exactly. But that didn't help. So
No.
yeah, I think because men are au natural, we tend to age a little more gracefully.
True, and you know what? I read somewhere beauty tips from Randy. I read somewhere that shaving is like really bad for your skin. I mean, it's just really not good for you. So I try not. I don't shave on the weekends.
I'm the same way. I don't shave on the weekends at all.
It kind of helps.
Yeah.
So then when you do shave, it opens the pores a whole lot more.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the end of my beauty tips.
But that's why I do either I do a straight razor or I do a safety razor because to me it's a closer shave. I have to shave less.
Yeah.
If you're going with the whole Gillette shtick thing, then you're dealing with a razor that's going to get dull a lot faster. You're going to have to go a bunch over your face more often.
Yeah.
So you're really kind of digging in and taking layers of skin off over and over again. Whereas with the straight razor, you get it sharp enough. You're going once or twice, you're done. Safety razor, it's the same thing. It's a little dangerous, but it's cheaper, and I think it's a closer shave, and I have to shave less. I can shave every 2 days with a straight razor, or I can shave every day with a, whatever the fuck they're touting now as the best razor.
This chick
Quattro, whatever the fuck, 8 blades.
Ocho. They need to have an Ocho.
Yeah, they need to have one that's like a lawnmower that just goes, just mows your face. I guess that's the electric ones. Yeah, they already have that. Yeah, I stopped using electric razors years ago.
They're better now.
Are they?
I had to borrow a friend's one day, and I was shocked at how I was like, damn. I feel like I shaved normally.
Yeah, I may have to look into that then.
I
liked them for convenience, but they always gunked up, and
or by noon you'd have a 5 o'clock shadow.
Exactly. Or you throw them away 6 months from now, and you're like, that was $80 down the drain. So.
You remember back in the day when we had the one where it had the goo that came out that was supposed to oil your face, and I bought into that and used it twice. Took that goo packet out and threw it away because your face felt greasy the whole day. It's disgusting.
You know Bobcat Goldthwait? You remember Bobcat?
Yeah, we talked about him.
Yeah, he had a stand-up special that he did, and he talked about his kids. Like I think when his daughter was about my daughter's age, about 14, that thing came out, and they were showing it on TV, and they showed the stuff squirting out, and his daughter's like, "That looks like cum."
Wow.
And he was like,
said the same thing.
And he was like, what do you say to that as a father? Do you get mad, or do you? He goes, I had no idea what to say, so I just went, good one. Like, wow. Parenting tips from Bobcat Goldthwait.
Yeah. Probably as effective as beauty tips from us.
Exactly. So we're already 23 minutes in, so we're going to take a little break. Yeah. And then we'll come back for the second, third, and the Esteban Carreras Creature feature, which this week is a doozy.
Frankenfish.
Car 55, this is dispatch. We have a 211 in progress in your area. Please respond.
Dispatch, this is Car 55. We are in the vicinity and on our way. Did you say this was a 211?
Yes, 211, robbery in progress.
211. That reminds me of that great cigar by Esteban Carreras, the 211. Man, I could go for one of those right now.
Okay, whatever. We have a farmer in the area whose goats are getting stolen. And this is where it gets weird, saying it's a chupacabra.
A chupacabra? Are you kidding me? Man, that's another great cigar by Esteban Carreras.
Whoa, hold on now. Let's keep our focus here. I mean, this guy called in a 187 on his prize-winning goat, Mary.
187? You're killing me here. Yet another great cigar by Esteban Carreras. I just think this guy sounds crazy.
Yeah, you might just want to call in a 5150 and call it a day. You know what I mean?
5150. That's it. You call a paddy wagon. I'm turning around and going to the Calypso Cigar Shop in Richardson for an Esteban Carreras cigar.
Hey, that sounds great. Can I join you?
Absolutely.
Esteban Carreras cigars. It'd be a crime not to smoke them. Fake laughery. All right, everybody, we're back for the second third of the Alec Bradley Fine Rare 2013, and I gotta tell you, this cigar is delicious.
Yum.
I have not lost my ash yet, and I'm already into the second third.
Yeah, and I haven't had to relight or anything.
Yeah.
I had a imperfect light, and it's caught up, and I'm almost razor sharp burn. But yeah, that smoke will chase you down.
It does, man. It likes, and what's funny is my smoke is chasing you down.
Yeah,
it's not coming towards me. It's going.
I'm getting the double whammy over here.
It's awesome. I think maybe it's because we have the fans on. Is that maybe what it
There's a
is?
little fan behind me and blow it
Well,
up.
maybe the fan's
Well,
sucking
air
it.
conditioning's on.
Yeah.
Right underneath it.
I don't know, whatever. So as always, it's time for the Esteban Carreras Creature Feature, sponsored by Esteban Carreras and the Chupacabra. Today's Creature Feature is Frankenfish.
Esteban Carreras Creature Feature.
All right,
This movie was actually recommended for us to do.
Frankenfish
One of
was
our
recommended by one of our
Listeners.
buddies and
So
listeners.
I don't know if it's a buddy anymore. Actually, to be fair, it's shot better than almost all the movies we've seen.
I was very surprised when it started and it had Columbia TriStar at the beginning,
Yeah.
because most of these movies that we've been watching so far have been from no-name studios with a micro budget, and
Right.
I was fully expecting this to be another one of those.
This one had a fairly decent budget.
Didn't have any real known. It had some actors that you
actors
recognize.
well, I didn't even recognize any of these actors, and I pulled almost all of the main ones up on IMDb, and they all have had. If your just goal was to be a working actor,
Yeah.
then these people have had great careers.
Well, you had the one guy. Well, let's get into the plot a little bit,
yeah,
then we'll go
okay.
into who the actors were. So the plot of this story is that there's a of course, the requisite person getting killed at the beginning. This
Right.
guy's fishing
It's in the swamps of
of Louisiana, which is where they film cheap horror movies now.
Right.
And so at least they wrote this one for Louisiana, so that makes sense.
Right.
And he's fishing, and his line's getting pulled in, and he's picking up some crabs, and he's like, "What the hell?" And he goes to figure out what's going on. He gets pulled into the water and gets killed, eaten by this thing.
Eaten by this thing.
So
This huge fish.
they bring in is he a medical examiner? What is he?
Yeah, he's a medical
marine-
examiner. A
marine
no,
biologist.
he's a medical examiner, and that chick was a biologist,
And he's a medical examiner with a gun for some reason. So
and she barely looked like she was out of high school, and she's a biologist working on murder cases. But
yeah, but she was cute.
she was cute, and so they get called into this town to investigate the death of this guy that they found in the water who'd been chewed up. Everyone suspected gator, and they get down there and they realize no, there's no way that was a gator. And then there's that scene when they see the gator head floating in water. They're like, what could have bitten off the head of an alligator? Well, they come across this little village of houseboats. It's like a little mobile home park of houseboats in this little village. And the gentleman who died, his wife's there. She's a big voodoo chick. Her daughter's there, kind of hot, dating this douchey lawyer who's in town. And then there's you got to have hippies in any kind of communes. There's a couple of hippies.
Yep.
Then you had the guy that was real standoffish, that he was best friends with the guy who got killed. He wants no part of helping with the investigation. He just wants to go kill whatever.
Yep, he's
killed
one
his
of
buddy.
these tracker guys
Yeah,
that lives in the jungle and knows everything and wants to
Right.
get it himself. One
Right.
of those guys, yeah.
So,
So now the young girl that was the whatever she was,
biologist.
she was in a movie called The Big Hit,
Yeah.
with Mark Wahlberg and Lou Diamond Phillips, and she was a kid in that.
Oh, was
so,
she? Okay.
yeah.
I was going to say, I've seen the movie. I don't know who she was.
Yep. So that's the one thing that I kind of recognized her, and then when I saw her when I looked it up and I saw her, I was like, holy crap, she was like a kid in that.
And that
And,
the main guy was on like CSI for like 10 to 12 episodes or something.
Yep.
I saw on IMDb.
Yeah, I didn't recognize him from anything.
I didn't either. And he's probably got the best career of all of them that I looked up.
Well, some of the side actors, the guy, there was these. Okay, so they find this thing. They go over there to investigate it, and someone tells them, well, there's this boat that came into the bayou during a hurricane, and ever since then, weird shit's been going on.
Yeah, the voodoo lady's
The voodoo
convinced
lady,
that there's
yeah.
a curse because of this boat.
This boat. So they go, they find the boat, and when they're on the boat, they trip some kind of sensor or something, and it basically tells these people far away that the boat's
Where the boat- it's like
where
a
the boat
GPS
is.
for
It's like a
the boat.
GPS tracker thing. So you think obviously the first thing I thought was, oh, it's a drug boat or something like that,
Yeah.
but ends up these guys basically made the Frankenfish,
Right.
which is what they're going after.
Because it's a sushi grade quality meat that you can get millions of dollars for each fish.
Yep. Plus
but
this
it's,
guy.
but it's based on the snakehead, which is an evil fish, very aggressive fish.
Yep, but this guy has apparently had it genetically altered to become something that's, so dangerous that no one's ever seen, and he wants to be the first one to kill it because he's this crazy hunter guy,
right?
Which is the stupidest plot point in the world, but whatever. As long as it gets more people available to kill, then that's fine.
Right. Exactly.
So the guy that was the crazy tracker guy that made the Frankenfish, I guess Frankenstein, by all accounts, was in Gladiator. He was in Limitless. He was in Born Supremacy. He was in The Bodyguard. He's been in a ton of stuff.
Who was he in The Bodyguard?
I don't know. It doesn't say. He was in Romeo and Juliet. He was in just a ton. Dark Knight Rises. He's been in a ton of stuff.
Well, the main guy, look him up because he's done a bunch of stuff too, but I don't remember him.
And then one of the guys that was with him, the big fat guy with the curly hair, he was also in Dark Knight.
Okay, I knew I'd seen him in something.
Yeah. And the douchey lawyer guy, God, I couldn't stand his kid. I just wanted him to die.
And
okay, so the main guy was in Next with our friend, what's his name? That guy that can't act anymore. That used to act, Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage, yeah.
So he was in Next with Nicolas Cage, Get Rich or Die Trying, the 50 Cent movie. He was in Phone Booth, which I thought was pretty good.
Yeah.
Olympus Has Fallen. Okay, I remember him in that, yeah.
And I think I remember him in Phone Booth now that you said that.
Purgatory, The Kill Hole, which sounds like could be a porno. Steel Magnolias, the made-for-TV version that was the all-black cast.
Oh, okay.
Which, of course, my wife watched anyway because it was Steel Magnolias.
Oh, my God.
CSI Miami, that's the one. Sons of Anarchy. So he's been around. Yeah, he's got. He's working
like I said,
pretty
if
steady.
He to be a working actor.
Oh, he was in Miracle St. Anna. That was a good flick.
You know, all these people have done 40, 50 jobs, but didn't recognize any of them but the fat guy. Okay, so the fish. We have to describe the fish.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't even. It was like it was the best I would. This movie should have. I think it would have fared better had they not called it Frankenfish, because I just automatically added a level of cheese to it that you expected it to be bad, but it was actually better than the name.
Yeah.
If they had called it River Shark, it probably would have been better.
Right.
Because that's essentially what it was. It was like a river shark.
Now there were some things. Okay, they project. I can't remember, a bull shark. They thought it could have been a bull shark.
Yeah, like a bull shark or something.
Do bull sharks swim in rivers?
They can. Okay. They have been known to. Yes.
All right. I meant to look that up, but I couldn't find it. But they realize it's not a bull shark. They realize what it is, and this fish, man, what happened?
I just ashed big time, all over my phone.
This fish is very aggressive. I mean, it'll just go right up under a boat, and knock the boat over.
Yep, it's hungry,
and you get no break. Now there were some shocking deaths. I mean, not that you'd expect. It was just the way, like that one chick, it was just like, what the fuck? I just didn't expect that to happen.
Yeah.
She comes up with this idea, and she's like, oh, I've got an idea. Boom.
Bam. Yeah, you're like, what? Yeah, just out of the blue. It wasn't even a fish-related death, but you're just like, holy crap, how did that just happen? Yeah. I loved the guy. Okay, so I got a kind of sort of a spoiler here, but the river guy that wanted to kill the fish actually does kill the fish, and everybody thinks, oh, we're safe now, and he's killed it, we're all good now. And right after he kills it, he goes and he cuts it open, rips out his heart and something else, and starts cooking it. And he's like, "I'm going to eat you because you ate my friend." Yeah. I was like, "What?" So
he eats the heart.
Yeah.
And there was another fish. And that fish knew about the heart incident because he went right for his heart.
Yeah, it's a fish vendetta. That's what brought me to the Jaws 4: The Revenge moment. I'm like, oh, they went that route. Yeah. Wow.
But overall, not a horrible movie.
No, it was well paced. Had some good intense action scenes and scary stuff. There was it was decently scored. I would put it up there.
There's some nudity.
Yeah, and it was listed as a TV movie for sci-fi, but they can't show that on sci-fi. So I guess they cut out the boobs and stuff when they show it on sci-fi. But
probably.
And I love that the girl who's supposed to be the investigator, happens to have a bikini on. So
what was that all about?
It's like 5 minutes into the movie, she's in a bikini. You're like,
takes her top off and.
Just for a few minutes, and then she's back to with her shirt on. It's like, what the hell was that about?
Yeah, I just met you. I think I'll take off my top.
And ride in a boat with you for a while.
Right. They kind of found out Voodoo Lady's daughter knew the medical examiner because they'd gone to the same high school. He left. She had a crush on him. And the mom wants to hook them up, so she gives him some voodoo potion for him to fall in love with her. Right in front of her boyfriend, the douchey lawyer, and he's just like, and I kind of understood why he was pissed off.
Yeah, he was a dick.
But he was a dick.
I couldn't stand that guy. I was wanting him to die so bad, so fast, and it took forever.
He's the character in every horror movie that you can't wait for them to die.
We have one of those in ours too.
Yes, we do.
But but I mean, he gets his just dessert, and it's And it's pretty well done too. So I was laughing my ass off on that.
Right. So while not on the quality level of Splinter, This Is the End, it's the best one we've seen.
Yeah. As far as a straight up, if we're gonna go straight up horror movie, I would say Splinter first, then Frankenfish, and then it's kind of a tie between Chupacabra and Chupacabra because they're both bad, but they're both really fun.
They're entertaining.
The only reason I go Piranaconda over Chupacabra is there was more TNA in Piranaconda between all the girls running around in bikinis. There's more to look at.
But there's more Eric Estrada in Chupacabra.
Yeah. Now, if if they make a Piranaconda 2, they have to have Eric Estrada in it.
That would be great.
I've dealt with Chupacabras. I can deal with this. That would be freaking awesome.
That would be awesome.
And then he can use his Chupa this, and then like, Piranha this.
Oh man, that was funny.
Yeah.
But so that's a good, if it's a Saturday afternoon and there's not anything on and it's raining or cold or snowy, put that on. You'll get some giggles out of it. But
it's a fun flick.
But you'll get some good scares and some good, TNA.
Correct.
So thumbs halfway up.
Yep, thumbs halfway up.
Frankenfish.
Correct. Mine's starting to go out a little bit because we're chatting
It
too
always
much.
happens during the Esteban Carreras Creature Feature.
But still very, very tasty at this point. Well into the second, third, and man,
Out to crap.
man, it's delicious. Yum. Let's see it. Damn you, band. What did they, like, double stick tape this thing on there? Holy crap.
Glued it with super glue.
No bueno. No bueno, Alec Bradley.
But muy bueno.
On the cigar. Yeah.
Yes.
Very
Like this
tasty.
a lot.
Yeah. And price point on this is a little steep. It's like a $16, $17, $20
It's
cigar.
closer to 20, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. It's up
Depending
there.
on what state you're in.
So it would very much so be a special event cigar. You know,
Yep.
you have a kid, you graduate college, something like that. But I would also say make an effort to get one and try it because it is damn delicious. And we've only had this for like what?
It's been in there 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 4 or 5 weeks in the humidor here, and it's ready to smoke. It's got a lot of power to it, and a lot of body, and a lot of flavor. And
the second third, not quite as spicy, but still a ton of flavor, ton of smoke. I'm thinking it's a little more woodsy now, just a touch.
yeah, I'm getting
more
a
woodsy.
cedar, like a pretty definitive cedar.
But if you retrohale now, still in the second third, it will still blow you away with spice. That sounds really good on this podcast.
You like that?
Isn't that nice?
That's me taking my band off. That's the sound of a band being removed.
There you go. You got it out.
Yeah, but it's ugly looking. That's just...
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll fix it.
Look at all that ash on the table.
Hey, that's your fault.
Yes, because I knocked it off.
You did with your mind.
8 feet away.
You knocked it off with your
I'm a
mind.
telepathic kid. I'm not immortal. Wait. Never mind.
That's a line from the
Never mind.
the movie that Randy was in,
That was a line that was uttered by one of my favorite actors, really.
which you can see linked on this podcast at the bottom.
Oh, God.
It's called The Shade.
Yeah.
Give it a
I would be
watch.
worried, but only 4 people watched it from the last time. So.
So there's a Shade drinking game that I've made.
Oh, no.
Every time you see Randy on the screen, take a shot.
Be drunk.
He'll be drunk real fast.
I'm a star of that thing, man.
And every time the kid acts badly, take a shot, and you'll really get drunk.
Oh, you mean when he's acting as bad? Yes.
Yeah, when he says a word.
The kid has some cool energy. I could tell he's got something, but man, that thing was shot so hastily. He didn't know any of his lines, and I knew about a third of mine.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. You gotta have fun doing it, and the fun will come through on the screen.
It would be fun if we could have shot it over a week as opposed to a day.
Yeah,
But oh well. We
Yeah, what can
digress
you
a lot.
that sounds good too on the podcast. As I'm wiping all the freaking ash off me. Jeez,
But now I have to vacuum.
damn you,
Thanks.
Alec Bradley. Oh,
You know, I purged, so the relight hasn't bothered me at all. It tastes really good.
yeah, it's still very, very tasty. I mean, I would say it's more on the full body than medium body to me, at least at this point.
Yeah.
But
That's a nice cigar.
that one's going in the journal.
Going in the Brandon Journal.
Yep. Can't wait to use that. I'm
Bet
gonna
we didn't
use
get
it.
any extras of those. We could raffle that off.
Yeah,
but
I know.
We didn't.
We just need to talk Matt into not using his. Then we'll have one to raffle.
He'll probably give his to Pedro.
You're not going to use yours.
I might.
Whatever.
I'll use it for like samples, like when the rep gives me a sample. That way I'll know
You can take
what I
notes.
thought of it. Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, my nose is still burning from that retrohale. Whew.
Is it?
Yeah. I don't retrohale as much as most cigar smokers, so I'm a little more nose sensitive.
I retrohale a good amount, but I'm starting to kind of ease off on it because of lately with all the sinus infections and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm having to chill out on the retrohale. But I still enjoy it when I do it. It definitely brings more flavor into the whole chagrin, the whole shebang.
The whole chagrin.
Whole chagrin, yeah. I'm making up. I'm trying to read and talk at the same time.
Chagrin is, and it's not coming
Shebang.
across very good.
No, whole
Shebangs.
Shebangs, yeah. So this is called a cigar review notebook, and this is provided to us by warpedpuro.com. This is a company that makes their own cigar that's getting ready to get released.
Cool.
And they also do the cigar review notebook. And it's just a really cool product. It's got a leather-bound little book with a little, I don't know what you would call that, like a closing strap,
Yeah.
so you can close it shut. It's got a crap ton of pages in it. Each page has a little section at the top where you can put comments about the construction of the cigar, the first third, the second third, and the final third. And then on the side, you've got the brand, the blend, the date, and the score that you gave it.
Nice.
And you have a spot where you can actually glue the band. So that's cool.
Awesome.
So, now, for me, I mean, I used to, when I started smoking cigars again, I was all into my iPhone, and I was putting all my notes into my iPhone, and that's what I did. And,
Right.
You know, that was fun and all, but to me,
Something tangible is much better.
yeah, it's just a tactile thing something about writing it. And to me, as I was progressing in school and as a kid, I always had to write stuff to remember it.
Yeah.
You know, so for me,
Because
writing
it,
down.
I can't remember if it's 7 times or 11 times, but when you write something, it's like going over it in your head 7 or 11 times. I can't remember.
Yeah.
A lot of actors write their lines. That's how they remember their lines.
So for me, writing a review in a cigar, like physically writing down, you know, creamy, Connecticut, whatever,
You'll
you know, this is
remember
what I flavored it. It helps you remember it more. And the thing I like about this too is you don't necessarily have to, you know, it has a spot for first, second, third, whatever. But really, if you're like me, I'd like to get descriptive with, you know, this is where I was at when I smoked it.
Yeah.
This is what the day was like. It was windy. It was inside. It was whatever.
Who gave
you
it
know.
to you?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
if Big Brown Jim gives you a cigar.
Then you'd want to say thank you,
Thanks,
Big Brown.
Jim.
I need to remember to thank Big Brown Jim.
Yep. That's a good thing to do.
So it's just
Very
a cool,
nice
it's a
tool.
cool thing
Very,
to have.
Very nice tool. I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to
I'm
checking
digging.
mine out.
And it's even got the little placeholder thing too. So when you mark what you stop.
Very cool.
Like I said to Randy, though, you probably want to skip if you're in the continental U.S. You probably want to not put your Cuban stuff in there because that might be considered evidence.
Or code it differently.
Yeah, just don't put the band.
Right. This cigar had no band.
Yep, something like
Well,
that.
we've got a lot to do in the third segment. So
We do,
might
and
wanna-
this we've already ended our.
That's my Chris.
Yeah, Chris, we should probably say that though at some
Yeah.
point. I have to cut it back, and I don't know.
I thought you did, but I don't
Yeah.
remember if you did.
No, we didn't. No.
Okay.
So this ends today's segment of the Esteban Carreras Creature Feature.
Esteban Carreras Cigars. Super premium cigars at a great price. They're scary good.
All right, so what do we got to talk about in the last third?
We got to do shout outs.
Oh, we got a shit ton of shout outs.
You've got your rant. I've got my rant.
Oh, I have a rant? I forgot what my rant was. Maybe you have a rant, and that's it. I don't know. We'll see. Well, we're going to go ahead and take another break here real quick, and then when we come back, Randy's going to rant, and we're going to have our shout outs and much more. So stay tuned. All right, everybody, we're back for the final third of the Alec Bradley Fine Rare 2013, and I got to say, one of the best cigars we smoked in a while. Besides that La Gloria, surprisingly.
It's a good cigar too. Liking it a lot.
Wishing it was $5 so I could hit a
so
whole
I
bunch
could
of
get
them.
more. Yeah.
You know?
Thinking, when am I ever going to have this again? I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think it's one of those. You know, you like it. You splurge, you get one. You keep it in your humidor for the special occasion, and then once we hit our 100th episode or something, we break it out, and smoke it afterwards.
There you go.
Something cool to do.
Not bad.
All right, so we have some shout outs to do today, don't we?
We do, and a lot of these are obviously because of the raffle. And just to remind everyone, we're giving away 2 Perfecto cigar holders.
Yep.
It's a very cool tool, and you have to comment and like or follow or retweet, all this kind of stuff on any of our forums.
You said
And-
tool.
And we will not only give you a shout out, but you go into the raffle.
Yep.
Okay, from Twitter, we got Tom Ufer. Don't know how he pronounces it. He's in Tampa, so at one point we were neighbors because I used to live in Bradenton, which is about 40 miles south of Tampa. I try to look at the phonetics on this, and I've got 2 different ways of saying it. La La Hoja Cigars, Best Cuban Cigars, the Cigar Cat, the Cigar Association, Jarrett Grillet, or Grio, don't know how, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, Jared. YouTube, we got Otis Nerdly, somebody, it's not a name, but it's GBBLARGGB, whoever that is. They commented on YouTube.
I know who that is.
They didn't give a code name or anything.
Yep.
Kirk from Poolside Cigars, Siphon 05, Anthony Adams, or as he goes by, Copper 0426, Don Cosrow, Scott Wolven, Jason Harris.
Scott's my boy.
Is he?
Yep.
Brooklynite. Oh, I can't. Ryan Edicorn. I think, if I'm reading my writing, sorry. The Real Hardly Clerkin.
Yep. He's on Cigar Federation.
Okay. Matt Rosenthal.
He is also on Cigar Federation.
Thomas Killian.
All right.
Tony Jarvis. Janice Clavens. Zane Gamble. You know Zane.
Zane, yeah.
Brenda Pinkham. Steve Wars, or the Great Wazoo. Jeff... I just wrote Jeff H, and I'm thinking, why didn't I write that guy's last name? Jeff Hirschauer, sorry.
Of course,
Jeff.
Jeff Hirschauer, yeah.
Jungjai510, who gave us a very nice compliment.
Yes, he did.
And Fervid Smoker. You were all in the raffle.
Cool.
Except for the companies. Companies not on the raffle.
Nope.
Those are just people.
Yep.
But we thank him for the follow.
Thank you very much, guys. And I'm not. And my tweets are just showing my tweets. I don't see whether people have tweeted stuff, so I don't know.
You have to look under the.
I'm on the stupid app, and it's all stupid.
At
Connect, maybe? Is that what? Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah. So Matt Ross, I think he already was on.
He was
he was on there already. Miguel Chodel, who's with Carlos Torano Cigars.
Mm-hmm.
Andrea Zimbazi. Did you already say that one?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So she gave us a little shout out there. Awesome Sauce.
Oh, cool.
Great name.
Yeah.
Barry Bennett retweeted.
Okay.
From Ventura Cigars.
Oh, okay, cool.
So that's cool. Perfecto Cigar Holder retweeted, of course.
Okay.
And he favorited a couple of those. Poolside Cigar, we already know that. Jose Blanca retweeted.
Did he? Cool.
Yeah.
He doesn't go in the raffle, though.
No. He's just awesome already.
He is awesome.
Inger Linko.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no. That's a... this is her tweet. Captain Funky Pants, I have pics to share with you if you and you better kick me, horny girl 89. So I'm going to remove her from the
That's a bot.
It's a bot, yeah. But she's apparently horny and she's kind of cute. So
cool.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't get taken off. Usually they get those.
They get those.
Sorry, horny girl, you are not in the raffle. And Cigar Reserve Spills also retweeted, and I think that's about it, really.
Cool.
Vivian Kaufman also. So yeah,
well,
got some ladies.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Very cool.
The Best Cigars retweeted, and Blind Man's Puff, because they're Blind Man's Puff, and they like us. And we like them.
And they're cool.
Yep. Cool.
We chatted with Aaron, wasn't it, a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, we sure did.
Online.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool.
Yep. Aaron's a cool dude.
Yeah. Always cool to put a face with the name and a voice.
What's funny about Aaron is I chatted with Aaron for a year at least. I'm doing the they call VHERF. Mm-hmm. I'm on Stogie Friends quite a bit, and they have this thing called VHERF where people get on Google Plus and they just all smoke cigars together and BS.
Yeah.
And Aaron was always the guy, and I don't know how he does this, but he's always in the bottom left corner. Mm-hmm. Somehow he always gets that corner.
Yeah.
And he never says a freaking word. He sits there and he smokes, and he just occasionally laughs, and that's it. And I'd never heard word one from Aaron until he called in to the show that time. It was so weird. I'm like, you can't actually speak. He's like, yeah, I just, choose not to when I'm in there.
He talked when we were chatting with him.
Yeah, with that time he did, yeah, because we'd already...
we said it was Aaron from Blind Man's Puff. Hey, Aaron, what's going on?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so pretty cool.
Yeah, cool thing to do, guys. If you're on any of the cigar forums, a lot of them do what they call VHERFing. Cigar Federation has one up 24/7. Mm-hmm. Stogie Friends, they'll do it every once in a while. You have to be a member at Stogie Friends, but they'll put the link up, and then you go in there and share a smoke with them online. And it's just a great way to put faces with names and connect with all these people that like the same stuff you like. And it's
Absolutely.
a cool way to do it. If you can't hang out at the B&M, if it's too cold or you don't have one nearby, get on the old VHERF. Google Plus also has a lot of groups that are cigar related. If you just go into Google Plus and type in cigars, crap ton of groups will pop up, including ours. That has like 6 members. And you can go in there and VHERF with those people too. Just a great way to meet other cigar smokers and share thoughts on cigars and Sometimes they'll even go in and say, hey, guys, we're all going to smoke this brand cigar today. Jump in there and smoke one of those, and they'll give you hell if you smoke something else. But it's kind of fun. It's still fun. It's still fun to do.
It was fun. It was fun when we did that the other night.
Yeah, it's cool beans.
Very cool. Okay, ready for my rant?
Mm-hmm.
You can
ready to go to sleep.
You can turn out if you want.
It's sports.
Okay, I figured since we're doing something controversial with Alec Bradley anyway, I'll throw out another controversial name. Tony Romo. Shut up.
Oh, sorry.
Tony Romo. Now, I get accused of being a Tony Romo fan, and I'm not.
Tony Nomo.
At least you didn't say homo, because that's so creative when people say that.
Yeah, no.
That's so stupid. But anyway, I'm not a Tony Romo fan. He hasn't done enough as far as getting wins for the Dallas Cowboys for me to say that I'm a fan. But for morons, and yeah, I'm going to call you a moron, but not a personal moron, you're a sports moron. If you think Tony Romo is one of the worst quarterbacks in the league, you are a sports moron.
Why is that, Randy?
This past Sunday, I know this will air a couple of weeks from now and it'll be totally irrelevant, but I watched probably the greatest performance I had ever seen a quarterback play. And I have seen a lot of football. And I grew up watching Roger Staubach. I grew up watching Troy Aikman. Well, I was already grown when Troy Aikman was around. So I've seen Super Bowl winning quarterbacks. I've seen great performances. What Tony Romo did against the Broncos, this past Sunday was nothing short of remarkable. Throws for over 500 yards, 5 touchdowns. It's only been done 5 times in the history of the game. If he'd have taken him down there for the winning field goal, he would have broken the passing record for a single game. Yes, he threw an interception. They lost. This whole city has been in an uproar about, he's terrible, he's horrible. There's no excuse for that. Like I said, it was the greatest performance I've ever seen a quarterback play. And just because of one pass at the end of the game, he's being shredded in this city, and I think it's wrong. And he's being shredded across the country. You people, pay attention to football a little more, because Tony Romo can play. Like I said, I'm not a fan. He's annoyed me. He's irritated me to no end. But the guy can play. So get off his ass.
You know what's funny about that?
What?
Is that Jerry Jones came out and said pretty much the same thing.
Yeah,
people are on his ass for saying that.
Yeah, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That was an incredible... They were in that game only because of Tony Romo. Your defense gives up 51 points, and your quarterback's hanging with them. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
He single-handedly, on a dozen plays, kept the play going and made something happen out of it. Troy Aikman, as great as he was, would have been killed in that game Sunday. He would not have been able to avoid the rush like Romo can. It's just ridiculous. So people, get off Tony Romo's ass. The guy can play. Hopefully he'll start winning.
Yeah. I think they said, too, that if you have that same game with other teams that are not as good as that team, there'd be a whole bunch of wins in a row.
Yeah,
so if they played that well against other crappy teams, they would have done.
If they play that well the rest of the year, or if he plays it well the rest of the year, then they'll be a playoff team, without a doubt.
Yeah.
So anyway, it just irritated me to no end, and hopefully he can keep that performance up, and he'll just shut up everybody. That'd be great.
Yeah, that would be great. I'd like to see the Cowboys do something.
So there's my NFL rant.
Aw.
Here's the thing. Denver should have totally dominated that game. It shouldn't have even been close. But Peyton Manning throws an interception in the fourth quarter, or maybe late third quarter, that got Dallas back in the game. Are Bronco fans, if Denver had lost that game, would they have been ripping Peyton Manning, saying he's horrible and he's the reason they lost that game?
Of course not, no.
Never would have come up. Never would have come up.
Yeah.
And what makes that Romo game more special was the game that Manning was having. Manning was having one of the greatest games ever.
Yeah.
Romo was matching him and beating him in performance.
I'll ask you a sports question because I'm not real versed in it. But when did people stop really being fans of teams? Because when I was a kid growing up, when you were in a town and you had a team, you backed that team 100%.
Yeah.
Everybody backed the team no matter how bad they were doing. And it just seems like nowadays, Dallas people aren't Dallas Cowboy fans. They're fans of other teams. It's like
there's 3 answers to that. The Dallas one is that's just Dallas fans. When Dallas is winning, they love them. When they're not winning, they hate them. That's just singular to Dallas. Dallas is the most asshole fan city in the country.
That's horrible.
Now, as far as your general questions, there's 2 answers, I believe. One is free agency. When we were growing up, we had the same players every year for 10 years, and so you knew the players. Now,
That's true.
They play a couple of years, they go to a different team. Now this guy that you used to like is playing against you.
So, do you stay with the team that you liked him in, or do you go to the new team because you like him?
Yeah, it depends,
Yeah.
I was a big Tony Dorsett fan, as we said, and always hated the Denver Broncos. Well, his last season, he went to Denver and played a year with Denver. I actually watched Denver games. I wouldn't say I was a fan, but I watched Denver games because I wanted to watch Tony Dorsett play. And I think that has a lot to do with it, is free agency.
Yeah.
The other one is fantasy football. Because you're not pulling for you're pulling for individuals and individual performance. So you could care less about the team. You're paying attention to your team, this fake team that you've drafted. And I like fantasy football. Don't get me wrong, I play it, although I'm not playing it this year. But yeah, because you'd find yourself watching a Cowboys game, and maybe you're playing it like you on your fantasy team. You had Peyton Manning this weekend, but you're a Cowboys fan. Well, every time Peyton Manning threw a touchdown, part of you's going yes, because it helped your fantasy team.
Yeah.
So I think those are the two contributing reasons why you don't see the team loyalty like you used to.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Thank you.
So there's really there's too much I in team now because of fantasy football
and free agency.
Yeah.
And it's I for the players for jumping for free agency.
Yeah.
And it's I with the fan because they're worried about their fantasy team.
Yeah, I get that. That's legalized gambling. I still don't understand how that's going on.
See, I give very lucid sports answers.
Especially when you're lucid.
I do a lot more lucid things when I'm lucid.
As I think most people do.
Yeah. So if
we
you liked my sports segment, let me know. We'll do one every now and then.
And if you want to catch a version of this after about 5 more drinks, we'll record it. No.
Tony Romo, he can't play. he threw an interception. We lost the game. I hate that guy.
It's because he's Tony Homo.
Well, he is Mexican, so you can't expect him to be a great quarterback, right?
Wow.
I was pointing at Brandon just so to get Brandon's goat on that one.
Mexican.
We love.
He's a Mexican.
Oh no. Oh no. He spends too much time playing golf, not enough time studying football. It's his off season. Give him a freaking break. I just hate. I don't mind ripping on people, but I have a legitimate reason, not just because he rubbed you the wrong ways and now you hate the guy.
Yeah,
I hate that.
So how do you think this pairs with the
I think
Maker's Mark?
I think it's a situation where the cigar is stronger than the bourbon because I don't really taste the bourbon at all.
I was going to say the same thing. The bourbon's really not doing much for the cigar.
It's very mild.
The cigar's not doing much for the bourbon, so probably not a great pairing. I would say.
I'm sucking it back to life. Here we go.
What would you say would be better for this? Like a good.
This would be a good LA, Isla, whatever you call
Scotch,
it.
Good Scotch.
Yeah. But Lafroig, I was wishing we still had some of that.
Yeah, Lafroig is delicious, man.
That would have gone really well with the cigar.
So tasty. Let's just pretend we have Lafroig.
Oh, now it goes great with this cigar.
It goes awesome. Lafroig is awesome with this cigar.
So what happened to your rant? You teased a rant.
Yeah, I forgot it. I don't know.
Listen to the next mini-sode or something.
Yeah, I'll remember. I was like, then it was this. And then our guest will be like, what? What are you talking about? Shut up and listen. It's important.
We do have a guest on our next mini-sode, don't we?
Yep. Miguel Schroeder from Carlos Tarano. He's a blender and a rep.
Nice.
Which is cool.
Very cool. Man, I'm liking the cigar.
Yeah, this is a tasty cigar. And hate to say that we've been a little more mellow this session than we have in the past, but I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that the cigar is so damn good, and I really just want to enjoy it.
I know. And because once the raffle's over, we'll be a little more, it's just having to keep track of, making sure we get everybody's name in.
Yep.
And that we keep promoting the raffle. So
yep.
It takes a lot of time out of the show.
Yep. And we do want to promote the raffle again, so make sure you go over to all those places. We've been doing, it looks like most of them are going to YouTube, so go to YouTube.
And Twitter.
Comment, like, Twitter, retweet, whatever. It's Perfecto Cigar Holder. You can actually do it on any of the episodes that from the Project 805. 32 on. So we got 32. We've got episode 33, which is the LFD review.
Right.
That one needs some love, so go over there and make some comments and likes on that.
Right.
And then 34
was the La Gloria.
La Gloria Cubana. You can also comment on that one as well.
Yep.
Correct.
And this one. And this is the last one that you can do it.
Yep. And then we're giving it away, baby.
Next week is the reveal.
Next week will be 2 lucky owners of the Perfecto Cigar Holder.
Yep. Matt liked it as much he ordered some, so we're selling them in the store now.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I've been using the crap out of mine. Grilling some steaks out there.
There you
Perfecto Cigar Holder, clipped it there.
Well, now that the weather's getting better, golf should be happening a little more.
Yeah, we definitely need to do that.
Yep.
Just not forget it while we're there.
Just clamp it to your bag when you're done.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, enjoying the cigar. I can't wait to finish it.
Yep, I highly recommend checking out the Alec Bradley Fine Rare 2013. Get it at most of your local B&Ms. Probably, well, I don't say most. It's pretty limited.
Only the premier accounts get to
Yep,
carry it.
look for it. And we do carry it here at the Calypso Cigar Shop and Lounge. So if you'd like a fiver or single or whatever, contact us here at
972-761-9903. Oh, a special shout out. We've mentioned him a couple times. Special shout out to Kirk. He really gave us a lot of plugs, and that he reviewed the
Esteban Carrera's Diez Años.
So watch that video of his review, and he said a lot of nice things about us. So thank you there.
Yep, so
Kirk.
subscribe to Kirk at Poolside Cigar Reviews, and subscribe to the Calypso Cigar Review podcast at Meat Cake One.
Yeah.
Yep. Just subscribe to that channel, and we'll get all of our videos there.
Yep.
And as always, it's been great smoking with you.
See you later, Brandon.
See you next time.